lead teacher, Ms. Varghese, IS 123.
Hi, welcome to teaching. I've been teaching 9 years. It's gonna be my 10th, and I love it. I love it, absolutely love it. So we have a couple of tips for you to take with you if you would choose to. The first thing, this is actually from Mr. Price, and basically he came up with the idea of having the topics that the students need to know. ELA, math, social studies, science, it doesn't matter what it is. So like, for example, the first standard that we would like the 7th graders to know is adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing integers. And then obviously you have the students' names going down. When a student gets mastery of a topic, which means that they can either test out, which they can explain a problem back to you without any help from anybody or anything, and they really know how to do the problem and you've tested them, then they get a sticker. So stickers can come from teachers, it can come from students. We actually would like the students to peer tutor and to work with each other so that they can give each other mastery of it. So we'd like to get everybody to have mastery of all the topics. Of course, that might not be possible for everybody. For example, this child right here, he doesn't have mastery of everything. So he's still struggling with a couple of topics. So you can kind of pinpoint which area he needs to work on and tutor him one-on-one to get him mastery of that topic. That's one of the first tips that I have for you. The second thing is with regard to the board structure. So there's border paper that you need to put up. Obviously, you can pick your color scheme. There's also, this is just something that we have the students do to put up for display. So you can have them choose a topic. They can do this per day or at the end of a unit. Basically, they're taking one problem, they're giving an example, and they're explaining how they got their answer. So they have to do some writing also to explain what exactly they're doing to solve the problem. So the one that Mr. Price is pointing to you at is a good one. There's a couple of really good ones. So steps on how to do a problem, and that shows demonstration of, hi, that shows demonstration of,
It's me.
That's Mr. Price, as you know. You can have student artwork around the room. They like that, displaying student artwork. That also brings out their creativity. So that's another poster that I came up with. It says, you have mastered the topic if you can teach it, explain it, and show it without any help from anybody or anything. That's basically the glimpse. We've also done writer sizes, which this is to help out ELA because our school was actually lacking in some of the stuff for ELA. So teaching students how to write proper sentences. So this is a good one that one of my students did at the beginning of the year, October, and it's been up just to show students how to get fancy. This student pretty much just got fancy. Over here, come on. So this is another thing that I have posted up on the wall. So it says express yourself. And this helps students kind of have conversation starters on how, instead of saying, no, you're wrong, it actually tells you how to speak or open up. So can you prove that? I disagree with blank because ... right? And also like rewording or rephrasing a problem. So like, what's your evidence? So you're saying that's also a good one. Below that, right here, is a poster that Ms. Conley wanted us to put up about keeping our brain engaged and different things that we can do. So this is one of the ones that I like. It says, get involved with your learning. It needs to mean something if you want to remember it. Then surround yourself with reminders. So the posters that are up around the room just basically tell us like what the reminders are and what's that one thing that students need to walk away with every single day. Mr. Price is really, really good at that, and I've learned a lot from him also in how to use that one topic that we want students to get to remember. So that's definitely something to walk away with. That's basically it. The room is in the middle of construction, so just ignore all the rest. Oh, and the main thing over here Mr. Price is telling me to point to is over there is our smart board. Hey, Bob. Obviously, it's not in use, but it's definitely a good learning tool. Over here, what he's pointed to is debrief, writer size, so it's just different things that you can have on your board so to guide your lesson plan. So independent small group work comes after the mini lesson. Mini lesson should not be longer than 10 to 15 minutes, not any longer than that. What is that? What do you point to?
At the bell?
At the bell. That's a do now, another word for the do now. And the aim is hidden by the poster. That's our principal.
Any tips? Biggest frustration, new teacher?
Definitely plan. But that's one of Price's biggest thing, and that's also one of my biggest things, is definitely make sure that you're planning for your lessons and that you also know how to engage the students that are struggling, as well as the students that need that extra challenge piece. So the ones who get it within 10 minutes, what are you going to do with them for the rest of the period? So definitely plan, over plan as he does, and just keep an open mind, be flexible, and just anybody that you come across, please make sure that you go and visit other classrooms. That's the biggest way that I learned also. So you can go, and even if it's somebody who you think might be less experienced than you are, or that you think it might not be that great a teacher, you can always pick up something from them that you can learn from.
Classroom management tip?
Consistency. Just definitely be consistent. Make sure that you have a behavior management plan in place, so if you know a kid is going to mess up by hitting another child, make sure you have a plan of action every day, so that way you're ready for those little things that might happen throughout the day.
Anybody ever say fuck you to you?
Absolutely every day.
What's your behavior plan? What do you do?
If it's a behavior problem, basically you can talk to the kid. It depends. Everything is about the relationship with the student. Ooh. So you need to have a really, really good relationship with your students, so that way there is no fuck you. I'm just kidding. They don't say fuck you every day, but sometimes. But you just, you blow it off their kids, you don't get into it with them. You just basically just take your time with them, make sure that they understand where you're coming from, where your heart is. And if they understand that your heart is into it, they'll pretty much take anything, and you can help them grow in multiple ways.
Thoughts on grouping, first year, new teacher?
This is a lot of questions, Bryce.
I know. quickly. Thoughts
on grouping.
I'm losing my group right now.
Okay, I definitely would say that students should group themselves in the beginning, and if you see that a group is not working, then you can move them and pair higher students with lower as much as possible, so that way the higher ones can help the lower, and then also that the higher students can solidify their learning. All right, peace.
Peace, that's it? That's all you got? These are new teachers, that's it.
Peace, and stay in school.